Hey guys, this is New York Prime, aka Cup Off King. Welcome to my latest video. And this video is a top 10. And this top 10 focuses on Godzilla, and it focuses on all the different monsters that he faced. I just realised I didn't actually include a Godzilla in this, so it is just the monsters that Godzilla faces. So if you enjoyed this, if you do, please like, comment and subscribe. Now onto the main video. Enjoy! Next up, we have the smog monster itself, Hedorah. I think that's how you say it. I love how toxic and how gruesome this creature looks. Its flesh looks horrid. Its face has an elephant-like feel to it. But unlike most, this one looks most like a man in a suit. Maybe that's just me. But I like the way the face is shaped. I love the use of the red, not just in the eyes, but also in cracks in its skin, where the flesh is just draping over. It looks like oil, it looks like muck. I like this design. It's horrible, it's just creepy. This is the perfect version of a monster made from pollution. It's just such a cool design and idea, but a little bit strange. Next up we have the OG herself, and yes, I did say herself because Mothra is often female, and I do like the lava form of Mothra. They took in something so hideous and horrible and made it cute. But is it intimidating? No. Though in Godzilla King of the Monsters, the new one, they actually made it kind of cool and intimidating. For a bit anyway. I will say I do know that Mothra had its own series before it became part of Godzilla. The Mothra lava is such a simple design, but I like its texture, I like its colouring. I like the way it's just designed because it's simple. And the ugliness is a contrast to how cute and cuddly Mothra looks herself. So next up we have another OG Godzilla monster. I absolutely love Angarius. I know I'm probably saying his name wrong, but you're probably used to that with this list. I love Angarius' design. It's a fun design. It's probably the first origin of the Blanca Bull and Kano Bull, because one of his attacks is to roll up and attack in as a bull to launch himself, just like Kano and Blanca. I've always had a soft spot for armadillo-like creatures. I don't know why, but be it the armadillo or the armadillo-like dinosaurs, I absolutely love their designs. So of course I love Angarius' design because it's that. It's like an armadillo but with spikes. I just love it. It's completely covered in spikes. But he's more of a good character often, I think. He has a simple design, but I love it. I love the texture. It's rhino-like. I love the spikes and the horns. I love the fact that he's on 4 legs instead of 2. That makes it different. Often he can be seen digging, and it's just different to the others. I like the spikes. I like the colour. Angarius is a great design. I'm worthy of whatever place I give him. I always loved the 3-headed golden dragon Ghidorah. Probably said the name wrong, but I really like its design. I love the way that each head moves. I love the texture. I love the gold. It looks old. It looks cool. It's detailed. I love the shape of its wings, which are iconic. I love each head. This dragon has a very Asian feel to it. I love just the way it looks, because it has 2 legs and no arms, but wings. Does that make it a weaving? But I don't know if it is a weaving because it has 3 heads. Is it a hydro weaving? I don't know. I'm not that good on the dragons. But I love its design. I like its stature. I like the horns. I like the scales. I just like its design. It's a classic monster and one of Godzilla's biggest and best nemesises. Nemesi? Next up we have the OG Mothra herself. Yes, a her, because Mothra is often a her. A goddess. And I always loved their design. Very cute, very beautiful, and very different to Godzilla and the other creatures in Kaijus and things. I love its wings, just so beautiful. The use of yellow and the red, which is different to Batra's yellow and red. Well, that look like fire. This just looks beautiful. And the eyes just make it look so cute. Sometimes the eyes can be so big and cute. And other times the fur just looks so cool, so cuddly and soft. Mothra always looks so beautiful in its design. I love it. It's so cute, so cuddly and cool. So next up we have the Mecha Godzillas. I love all three of them. They look so good. The idea of an evil double always works so well. Every villain hero has one. So to make it a mechanical super version is great. So this place includes Mechagodzilla 1, Mechagodzilla 2 and Mechagodzilla. As you can see in the footage, this is Mechagodzilla 2 versus Super Mechagodzilla. I like the use of the weapons on its back from Super Mechagodzilla, and I like the grappling hooks, which are similar to that of Mecha King Ghidorah. These designs are really cool. The way that they've emulated Godzilla's look just works so well. I like the fact that the eyes just look so cool with the way that they glow. I love the shape of the helmet or head. I love the tail and the joints. I love the guns for hands. I love the missiles. I love the designs of the Mechagodzillas. The fact that they're just metal in colour. This looks very cool. And yeah, I don't know where I'm walking in this footage. But as you can see, there are subtle differences with each of the mecha designs. They all basically look the same, but each one's stronger and better. Yes, I will say, King Ghidorah is one of Godzilla's nemesi, and so is Mechagodzilla, in my opinion. I love the look of this creature, and I love the fact that he's had so many different versions. I just realised I was saying Ghidorah rather than King Ghidorah. Whoops. But I did say I would say his name wrong. But anyway, now let's move on to Mecha King Ghidorah. I love this design. It has the two classic heads, which work well with this new robotic body. I love the robotic version of the wings, and I love the robotic head. It just looks like an upgrade. And I love the fact that it can shoot out claws that tase its enemies. I love this design. I love the cyborg nature of its design. I love the fact that it's an enhancement of the original cool design. I love all the different textures. The textures are so different. You got the gold scaly, you got the gold metal, and you've got the metal. It all works well in tandem. I love the chest armor. I love the leg armor. And it just amplifies the design. I love how similar the dragon's neck is. But it hasn't got any horns. That's the thing I've noticed in this design. Well, the mecha part has no horns. That's what I should say. Of course, an upgrade of one of Godzilla's most fearsome enemies and nemesi has to be this one. It looks incredible. Like the Bashar lava, This version is so cool. The Basher Adult is basically an aggressive Mothra, and it just looks incredible. I love its design. Again, this is one of the Heisei Godzilla monsters. I just love his design. It's far more aggressive than Mothra, but that's the whole point. I love the flame-like wings. I love that the edges of the wings are covered in thorns and spikes. The spikes are similar to the spikes on his head, which make a crown of thorns. It just looks darker, it looks nastier. And I love that. It doesn't look cute and cuddly like Mothra. I just love it just looks creepy. It looks so cool though. I always loved Basher's design, be it the lava or the adult. I actually like the texture of its skin and the colouring, the black, the yellow and the red. It looks like flames. It just works so well. I love the texture of the skin. It just looks very Godzilla-like. And I love the red spikes on his back. It gives it sort of like a Black Widow-esque element to it. And it works well with the gold spikes, spiked horns, and it works well with the spikes on his knees. I love this design. As a concept it works. A far more aggressive looking Mothra, and Basher just looks great. So whatever place he gets, he deserves. Of course I'm going to mess the names up for this, but Biollante is an enemy from the Heisei era of Godzilla, and I really do like his design. Biollante was a combination of a rose, Godzilla DNA, and a dead daughter of a scientist. What a strange combination, and it created such a strange monstrosity. I love this Kaiju's design. The design of this Kaiju is so different to all the others. It's bigger, it's larger, it has no legs, it has tentacles, and it just looks very cool. I love its alligator-like head, all those teeth, and this sprite isn't the best representation of the character, but it's a great design. And I love all the tentacles. I love that glowing heart, obviously his weak point. If you play games, it's obviously his weak point, isn't it? But I love that snout of it, very alligator-ish, and it works with the idea that it's part Godzilla. I like that a lot. I love the texture of it, I love the colours of it, very dark, very weird. You may say that this creature doesn't look very rose-like, but it did earlier on. Then it mutated into this, which is very cool. It started off as a mutated rose giant, then it became hideous rose, then it became this. I just love its design, I love the way it moves. It's just so different to all the other Kaijus. The fact that it has no legs. The grey Godzilla-like skin works so well with that red heart, the red mouth, the red eyes. It works so well. It's fair to say this is one of my favourite Kaijus. Even if it's not my favourite, it's one of them. So whatever place I give this, it's deserved. Next up we have the Basher Lover. I love this design. It's one of Godzilla's Heisei era enemies. And it's basically a more aggressive, larger Mothra. And I love that. I love the idea that they've taken something that's normally looks so innocent and just made it look so cool and aggressive. I love its spikes, I love its colours, I love its armour. It just looks very cool. I love the red, the yellow and the grey. It just looks so dark, so menacing, so intimidating. I love this design. It is one of my favourite, if not my favourite. I love the texture of the skin and the way that the horns and spikes just seem to blend into it. And I love the way the colours blend, that the red blends into the black and the gold blends into the black as well. I love how the gold on the head looks like a samurai helm. That's very cool. I so love this design. It's far more than just an aggressive Mothra. There's more to it, more texture, more design, more. I love it. So whatever place this gets, it's well deserved. And I hope you agree. So I hope you enjoyed this look at my top 10 favourite kaijus from the Godzilla series. I'm surprised I didn't put in a Godzilla. I would do, but I just didn't think about it. I was focusing in on all the other characters, so it became his enemy list. So do you agree or disagree? What's your favourite looking Godzilla kaiju? Is it Godzilla himself? Let me know in the comments. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next video, guys. Bye for now.